This is Tim and Lila here with your weekly DrinkMe update.
All right, so this week we made a lot of progress working on the front end, and we are now in the process of integrating it with the database.
Additionally, we set up a DigitalOcean server with an MQTT broker working on it. We've also got GitHub set up so that we have a common repository, and we've loaded a basic set of code onto the server. Now on to our demo and code updates.
Hey, pass me a beer.
All right, this is the DrinkMe menu page. As you can see, we have several drinks, which I'll order now. The drink menu is stored in the database, but it's imported and rendered using handlebars. And you can see that the drinks are getting stored in an array by their drink ID number, currently just numbers. When you're ready to check out, you just click checkout, type your name, any special comments, any allergies, things that might get passed to the bartender. And by clicking OK, all of that data along with the timestamp gets stored into an array so that it can also be passed into the database and processed towards the bartender. All right, the code for the front end starts by loading Bootstrap and handlebars, as well as loading up the data table, which will be coming from the back end. Next comes some HTML code for the graphics, and then importantly, the handlebars template, which brings in the data from the back end and populates it on screen when it is rendered into HTML code. These are the squares that we saw in the demo. Next comes the modals, which are the pop-up screens and the buttons so that when the user interacts with the website, they can enter their name, the comments, and add items to the cart. Last, all of this information is added to two different arrays. First is the cart array, and then is the orders array.
This is the database management section of the code. This first part of the code sets up the database structure by creating the tables as well as populating them with the initial data set. The next part of the code is a group of helper functions that manage the relationship between the SQL language and the JavaScript language. For example, add to cart takes in an input array, which is then converted to SQL code to add the object to the orders table. Finally, we have the MQTT section of the code. This manages communication between the patrons and the bartenders. In terms of next steps, we need to build out the bartender front end so they've got an idea of which drinks are coming up. Additionally, we need to integrate the database with the front end modules. After we've gotten this working on one of our machines, we're going to need to get it working on the DigitalOcean server and between computers with the MQTT broker.
For our risks, we're still worried about scope creep, which we're mitigating by focusing on the minimal viable product, at which point, once we have that working, we'll work on polishing it. The second risk we identified is, as we tell our friends about this cool project, we are worried they're going to steal our startup idea.
Be too bad. Anyway, this is DrinkMe. Until next time.